Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another NBA 2K17 Pro Am game as Walsh knocks down the three, falling down as he drops a triple on him. Walsh got the ball, finding us inside. Look at Brian lob, but not the finish. It was wide open. I don't know he didn't finish that one, but that's going to start a fast break for them. They're trying to push it inside. Try to do all I can to just stay strong. They're going to get the mid-range anyways, and they knock it down to get 2 points despite all of our efforts inside right there. We're actually not running the small ball lineup that we've been running for the past couple of videos, and even though the lineup was successful, we won all our games. We got Brian, and Brian's got a center, so the small ball's got to chill as Nick fades for three. Nick's got to chill, but that is the advantage of having a big guy in there. You can get those offensive rebounds. When you got a glass cleaner but hustle rebounder, stuff like that can happen, and it definitely helps. And the reason why we're not just going to, go all the way small ball all the time is Brian gets that nice board right there. Outlet pass to Walsh, finding Jay inside, and Jay's got the slam dunk. This game, we actually have Jay running the point guard position. Even though I'm technically the point guard on the team, Jay's got a point forward, so just to enable my slasher to be able to get more cuts to the rim and stuff like that, be able to make off-ball cuts, we're going to have Jay with the ball, running point. He's got the ball right here off the missed free throw. Going to squeeze one into Brian. Good read and good finish. Right now, Brian off to a hot start in this one in both the rebounding and scoring categories. They're trying to move the ball. The defense category, there's a little bit to be left on the table right there to get the slam dunk in the paint. Jay pushing the pace, and right now this is just a high-flying game. We get the alley-oop to go with the slasher. I mentioned it before. Gotta look for those ooping lanes. Getting the steal and the euro inside, getting the bucket to go. Just pulling out all the moves right now with this guy. As I continue to play with the slasher, you just start getting more and more comfortable with the amount of different ways you can attack the defense. Even in that situation, you just always got to dunk the ball. You feel like someone's coming from behind you. You feel the heat coming. Just hit a little euro step, get him to jump early, and that's the way it works. So I'm still working on it, obviously. I don't got it down perfected or anything close, but right now, doing pretty decent. Walsh just hit the three right there. He got himself the lead right back. Like I said, this is a pretty fast-paced first quarter right now. Open corner. Trey is off from them. These guys had a lot of playmakers on their team, so a lot of times the three-point shooters, weren't really guys to worry about, but at the same time, you can't leave guys that open, and you can't leave Brian that open, because we got eyes on our big man all the time, and, we don't have a problem just dominating the game inside. A lot of teams, they try to look for the threes, but, we do it a little bit differently sometimes, so we're, we will play a little inside then outside kind of thing, and we definitely got that mentality with myself and Brian being the two primary scorers early on, as Brian just giving them that barbecue chicken, trying to force the steal. They get the loose ball, able to recover, going inside, but they got nothing. Nick and Brian are all over that one. Inside penetration, that's covered as well. Watch this jump in the passing lane. The defense is swarming right now, but in classic 2K fashion, they get a bucket out of it because, why not? Look at us up ahead. Just going to put that one up inside. That guy's too little right there, so that's a nice little A rating right there. See, this guy a little hesitant. This guy hesitant, and it's going to cost them because eventually, once they make a decision, it's a little bit too late as we get the ball pushing the pace. Just going to be patient, though. Just once again, with the slasher, and we just got to go inside and dunk every single time. That time, we just look for the passing lane, find Jay, and Jay's got the jump shot. That's all good, as they're actually going to lose a guy right here. This guy, I guess he lagged out the game because he wasn't moving for a little bit. So, down he goes. That's definitely going to give us an advantage. Down goes their center. So, we'll definitely keep an eye on how that impacts the rest of this game. But that might just open up more lanes for the power forward. One thing I want to talk to you guys really quick about is we get the slam dunk right there. So, how you guys feeling about the playoffs right here? Game 1 just happened with the Spurs and the Warriors. The Warriors just got the W. Major comeback. Kawhi gets injured, which sucks because it looked like for a glimmer of a second, we might have had, for the second year in a row, a pretty hotly contested Western Conference Finals. Just like last year with the Thunder and the Warriors. The Thunder really gave the Warriors all they had. But this Kawhi ankle injury, which started in the Houston series, is just about to ruin the Western Conference Finals, unfortunately, because LaMarcus Aldridge does not have what it takes to put a team on his back in the Conference Finals. Even with the rest of his teammates playing as well as they are playing that much team basketball, at the end of the day, in the NBA playoffs, you need someone, a superstar to step up. At least one superstar, if not two of them, to step up in this kind of big stage, and LaMarcus is not that guy. He folded down the stretch, putting up a ton of bad shots as we draw the foul right there. Definitely taking advantage of leaking out in transition in this second quarter, and that's where we're getting most of our buckets. And watch this beautiful ball movement. The ball just zipped around and found us for an easy deuce. But yeah, you guys saw Katie and Curry. They took over that game 1, and if Kawhi's injured, they really don't stand a chance. So Kawhi comes back, you know, he and LaMarcus were working pretty well in that first half and, you know, early in the third quarter of that game 1. So, you know, hopefully Kawhi comes back. The game 2 is like a 2-day span from now, but after that, they get some rest before game 3. So maybe if Kawhi comes back for game 3, they might be able to give him a little run for their money in San Antonio. But at the same time, even with a healthy Kawhi, I still feel like the Warriors do have that series, especially now that they have Kevin Durant, someone they can rely on in these situations more as we get the bucket inside. Because a lot of times, both Clay and Steph aren't hitting, the main 2 guys on the offensive end. It's hard to find both of those guys hitting in the playoffs nowadays, at this caliber of the playoffs. And as you guys saw today, Clay struggled big time, and you see Nick taking a shot like that. I was like, the shots Clay were taking, not too good, weren't going in. He was struggling to make reads on the other team's defense, throwing like turnovers and stuff like that, and or just, you know, not that great passes. And I mean, that's Klay Thompson's game. So those 2 guys, as much as they complement each other, they kind of hurt each other sometimes in the playoffs. But they have someone like Durant, obviously Kevin Durant, one of the top 5 players in the NBA, in the world. He can get things done, and that should help in that series. Now this game 7 against the Wizards and the Warriors, can't even talk about the how many games the Cavs would win by in that series, I guess you would say, because the Cavs are probably winning the Eastern Conference Finals. But the game 7 against the Warriors and the Wizards, it really does suck, man. I think everyone's got the same idea of this series, that it really sucks that as hard as these teams are fighting, they're just fighting to get beat up by LeBron, the Cavs. But it's still really good in this series nonetheless. You might as well just cherish it, man. As a basketball fan, as much as it really sucks, you might as well cherish this series, because it's going to be the last good series we probably get until the NBA Finals with the Warriors and the Cavaliers, with 2 teams that just don't like each other, playing hard, back and forth, pretty even. Every team's won a home game as Walsh gets the steal right there. And I don't know. I feel like Boston gets the game 7, but these teams are just so evenly matched. You just don't know what happens. I just feel like Boston can ride the momentum of their home crowd in the game 7. IT can get going. Avery Bradley's been hot lately. Al Horford, as much as he was getting out rebounded the whole series by Robin Lopez in the quarterfinals, you know, he's been a star this series. You know, defensively, passing the ball, setting screens, and all that. He's doing all the fundamental things to really help the Celtics out. And you know, I feel like the Celtics just have a couple more of those guys over the Wizards, but the Wizards have the best player in the series in John Wall. So that's the difference maker. Like I mentioned, superstars get things done. Sometimes the team basketball thing works out pretty well, but a lot of times the NBA comes down to superstars. And if John Wall plays like he did in the second half in that game 6, it's a wrap. It is a wrap, all right? Because like I said, it's all about those superstars. We give it to Brian. And right now we're kind of riding our own superstar talent in this Pro-Am right here. Brian and I, the 2 guys most capable of scoring, creating our own shots right now. Or at least, you know, just getting to the rim, slamming it down. And that's what we're doing, catching the alley-oop. And that's going to put us at 20 points in this game. And that's not something you guys do too often, so you guys can, you know, I guess cherish the slasher cook right there. One thing I want to mention about some of these Pro-Am videos is that reverse was not a good idea. That's going to be blocked. Look at the outlet and the dunk. I believe Brian's got that Hall of Fame break starter, so that's definitely a pass he can make. And with that Hall of Fame posterize and just, you know, an open dunk, definitely a dunk we can make. And right now, Brian's just getting, it's a block party in there. Just getting everything swatted out. Jay's gonna take the pull-up jumper. Nice shot right there, considering we were covered in the paint and just wasn't able to make it. And another guy on their team ends up getting kicked out the game. And it's definitely turning the momentum here, even though we're returning it ourselves in that third quarter. You gotta think that these guys would probably play better with their whole team assembled, but I mean, it happens to us sometimes. Guys lag out of games, especially in like critical situations in the fourth quarter. It really sucks, but you know, just something that comes with 2K. You just got an internet connection for some people. You just got to take your breaks when you can get them, and that's what we're trying to do right now, capitalize. But we're actually not doing a good job of that. That is our second turnover of the game. I believe both of our turnovers were just passes thrown inside. We don't really have a chance to catching. That's sometimes things you can't do with a slash. You can't force those passes in there to where, you know, there's 2 people in there, because it's going to be a turnover. It won't be your turnover. It's going to be a team turnover, and it's not going to help your team win. But it's my turnover right now, so I'm not too happy about it, as that putback is up and good. We got 25 points in this game, but, you know, we might need a little bit more offense to get things done as we throw the alley-oop inside the J. Still trying to get some playmaking going on. As the slasher, you know, my mentality's pretty different in this game, to the point where I'm looking to score first, looking to score second, and looking to create third, as we got to take that shot at the end of the third quarter. Just flip it up. No good. But at the same time, we do have 6 assists, doing a pretty good job of playmaking, being a secondary playmaker to whatever Jay's doing, as I really don't know how this shot's going down. These guys started getting on a little bit of a run in this fourth quarter. It was mainly off of, you know, stuff like this. Contested shot, good defense by Brian. I think it was the AI that made the shot too, which is pretty cool. Questionable, but Nick able to rise up high and throw it down. Nick struggling with his outside shot, but at least he's got got that going for him. 3 contested off, and Brian's just gobbling up every single rebound possible, looking to attack, and 1. What an acrobatic finish, and that's why you grind for Hall of Fame acrobat, I guess, and Hall of Fame relentless finisher, so you can make garbage shots like that as we throw a turnover, our first real turnover of the game. But yeah, one thing I want to ask you guys about the Pro-Am videos I've been uploading is something I'm thinking about doing is moving my Pro-Am videos to my second channel. I want to post these Pro-Am videos more often, but I don't want to flood my main channel, which is Pro-Am. So I might just start uploading Pro-Am videos on my second channel, CookieBoy1794, if you guys didn't know, and uploading them more often. Let me know if it's something that you guys would be interested in, you guys would follow along on, because that's something I might do. I know not a lot of people watch the videos on the main channel anyways, so I don't really think it's going to be too much of a factor if I move it to the second channel anyways. So, you know, I know people are mainly here for Madden, and even if it's 2K, it's not necessarily Pro-Am. I do like making the Pro-Am videos, which is why it's something I'm thinking about. So, if, you know, a couple of you guys are on board, I'll do it, man. I don't need a lot of people to sign up, man. It's just a couple of you guys, and we'll take it to the 1794, all right? 1794 streets is pulling up, and that is gonna actually go in. Looked like it was contested like his first shot, but from the same spot, he's able to hit once again, and eventually, you know, these guys stopped making their, like, garbage shots in that fourth quarter, and, you know, their lack of guys to be able to contribute ended up costing them. They only had 2 guys here. I guess one of them was the quiz, a certain point, and we ended up getting the W right here, almost 30 on the game, 29-7, a player to game on top of that, filling out that stat sheet. Pretty good game right there. Brian not doing a pretty good job as the 1-2 guys. Even Jay actually finishes the second leading scorer, got a double-double, did a good job of running that point forward position, did a good job of running up the tempo and stuff like that, especially with the offense that we had, the players that we had on offense. So good game all in all. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more 2K17, or you can subscribe to the second channel for 2K17 Pro-Am, depending on how things go out. Let me know about that in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys next time.